Just doing a spot of weeding, it's not the most glamorous of gardening jobs, but nonetheless it is an important one and can be very satisfying, especially once you're finished.
Weeds can get out of control very quickly, and aside from looking ugly, they compete with your desirable plants for water and nutrients, harbour pests and diseases, and in many cases can completely smother and kill plants.
Hand weeding can be very effective and certainly gets the job done with a lot of weeds, especially if the soil is nice and soft like it is here, because we've had quite a lot of rain. And I'm just attacking this Tradescantia or wandering dew, which is a nasty and very invasive weed, but fairly easily removed if you get onto it quickly. I'll just get underneath it there with the hand weeder, get the leaves and the stems and the roots, and in here you can see where she's sneaking in. You can generally just pull that out, but make sure you get all of it, because if you leave just a leaf or a stem, it can grow from that and take over, and before you know it, whooshka, your whole garden's full of it.
In the lawn, where it can be harder to get rid of weeds with spraying, hand weeding can be very effective. There are all sorts of weeds you'll find, including bindi eye, cat's ear, cudweed.
Spraying with a herbicide is also very effective on a lot of weeds and a lot quicker than hand weeding. And in the garden beds like this, you've got to be careful not to get the herbicide on your desirable plants, and that's where this drift guard really comes into play. Just place it over the weed, spray, and you're away. And plus, it stops the herbicide getting onto you.
Here's a tip. Adding some wetting agent to the herbicide helps it stick to the plant and be more effective.
Another effective technique for an area like this that's full of weeds, if you don't want to hand weed or spray, is to smother the weeds. You can lay down some wet newspaper, cover that with some mulch, and then just let time take its course. You're blocking all the light and the weeds will just slowly die down. Handy for stubborn things like onion weed, which is one of the worst weeds going. So there you go, folks. There you have it. There's some weeding. And remember the old adage, 1 year's seed is 7 years weed. So get onto them before they go to seed.